The Simpsons Hit Run is a game that I, like many others, have so many amazing memories of playing as a kid. From just kicking around other characters around town, to driving all throughout Springfield. Even all the awesome missions in this game that were oh so difficult back then. Even now, never mind. No! But I absolutely love this game, which is why today I'll be playing the PS2 version to get all 69 achievements on the Simpsons Hit Run. As soon as we spawn in as Homer, I already knew exactly which achievement I wanted to go for first. It's exactly what Matt Groening did when he first played the game.
It's graining!
Are you sure?
No.
I have to kick Marge from the Simpsons house all the way down to the Quickie Mart, which sounds easy enough, until you realize that kicking people fills up this meter, and once it's full, the cops just come straight at you full speed ahead. No! But luckily, you just get to stand back up and keep on going. Well, that is until I get here, and she gets hit just too far away from me, and this happens. I mean, at least I don't have— No! 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 So back to the house I went to kick her all the way back again. But this time I figured I'd take a different route. And all was going well until this damn cop showed up. No! So then I went back for my third try, which is where this ended up happening. Come on. Yes, I got it!
An older boy told me to do it.
So now it's time to start the actual story of this game. And for the first mission, we talk to Marge and she gives us this crazy task.
I need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
And I didn't know they made ice cream with mini pies in it. Didn't even know they made pies that many. Where do I find these pies? Anyways, so we head over to the Quickie Mart where we have a quick chat with Apu to get the ice cream.
Hey, Apu, I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pie.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete.
The Cola Caper finished the tutorial. Now every level has 7 missions to complete in each. So those are what I started to complete next. Like the first one, where I just have to bring Lisa's science project to her at school.
Oh, do I have to?
So I rip over to the school and go in to give her the project. See, shoved a pencil up his nose. And just like that, first mission complete. But for the second one, we get our first timed collection mission. Ned says that a whole bunch of his stuff's gone missing and he just doesn't know where it went. Very suspicious. But the way these work is you have to drive through the items to collect them. Each time you get one, it brings the timer up more. So after driving all around town collecting all the stuff Homer stole—
You remember that cooler I gave you for your birthday? Now what will I use for a toilet?
Gross. I bring it back to Ned and that's mission 2 done. But now since that all took so long, it ends up making Homer late for work. So his idea to resolve it is for us to buy the Plow King and then use it to hit Smithers' car until it blows up so we get there before him. Absolutely brilliant.
I am smart. S-M-R-T.
Now over at the nuclear plant, we begin our next mission, which is just a quick platforming section to destroy all these things. But it also introduces us to one of the first collectibles, the collector cards. And every level has 7 of these I'll have to get. But then we finish up the workday and head back to the house to have a nice deserved beer and watch some TV.
In other news, local citizens are outraged over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town.
We find out that there's wasp cameras all around, which are the enemies in this game, and we'll have to destroy 20 of each in each level for an achievement.
Spying on our women's dressing rooms, bathrooms, and locker rooms is unforgivable. I think I speak for all Springfielders when I say, where is the sexy footage?
But we also learn about these strange black vans that are all around town. And there's one right outside, which brings us into the next mission, which is a tailing type mission, where you have to make sure to stay within range and follow the target to wherever they're going. And in this case, we find this out.
Oh, Mr. Burns is behind all this. Evil spying is so like him, that wrinkled old monkey skeleton.
Then for the last mission before I start to 100% this level, we got Bone Storm Storm. And in a very similar premise to the Simpsons game, Marge has this task for us.
A new violent video game has hit the streets, and we need to get rid of it before it warps any children with its bloops and bleeps.
Marge really has it out for video games, damn. But for this one, we get introduced to the next type of mission, where every time we hit this truck, it drops an item we need, and we have to collect it. Then once that's done 10 times, the mission is complete. Now I know there's 7 missions per level, but once you're done the 7th, it instantly sends you to the next world. And although you can just come back, I wanted to finish the world completely before I moved on. And that involves completing this whole list here. 1 bonus mission, 3 street races, 7 collector cards, buying 3 outfits, unlocking all 5 vehicles, destroying all 20 wasp cameras, and then finally all 15 gags around the map. Oh, and then there's 1 wager race on each level as well, but we'll get into specifics after. First up was to get the 5 vehicles, and for the first one I had to complete the 3 races to get it, which aren't too hard yet. I mean, besides this one I made way too difficult by accidentally starting with the rocket car and then just decided to stick through it, but that led to some fun moments. Oh my god. No, stop hitting me. Get me out of this rocket. Holy crap, buddy. Trying to blow me up. Jeez. But I finished that one up, finished up the other two,
One, go!
and unlocked the Electorus. Then the way to get car number 2 is to complete the bonus mission with Cletus.
Hey, I know you. You're in my dumb guy support group.
We just have to collect cardboard tubes and tomatoes for him. And once we bring them back, we unlock Cletus' pickup truck. And that's the same way to unlock the cars for every level, with the last 2 always being bought from a character. In this case, it's good old Gil. And surveillance van. There we go, unlock all vehicles from level 1. So now we got the cars down, we're on to the cards with the D. There's 7 of them all around the map in different spots, like this one in the Freemason Hall, Stonecutter's Hall. But here's me grabbing the final one. Oh, there's the last one. I'll hop over this. Last card. There it is, Mr. Sparklebox. Then right after that, I went and stopped off at the Quickie Mart to buy a new fit. Buy that. Well, a couple of them, actually. King size Homer, buy all clothings from level 1. Now we were on to the 20 wasps, which is pretty straightforward, but some of them can be hiding in some stupid places and ended up with me having to look up a guide to find these very last 2, because they ended up being on the very top of this damn bridge, and I would not have found them. Kapow! Nice! Wasp killer 1. Then finally, only 2 quick things left before the last mission. First was just for going around getting all the gags, which are just funny things you can mess with, like exploding the squishy machine, or this frozen man in the freezer. But the 15th one was this fire extinguisher in the school. Oh, fire extinguisher, there it is, let's go. Then last was the wager races. You have to make a bet with the mob, and then you have to race a circle around the whole map. If you fail, you lose the money, but if you win, you double up. And of course, I won it first try. Damn! I'm the slickest. But that's only 1 out of 7 I'll need for the achievement, with 1 on each level. So now with everything done, we were on to the last mission of World 1. Homer's frantically trying to tell Carl about the wasps and the vans, but then he sees Smithers driving off to warn Mr. Burns. So of course, we have to race him there. But since the first time I didn't really use the shortcuts, it kinda ended like this. But on the second time, I got there first. And Homer accuses Mr. Burns of the vans, but ends up just finding this out.
They were only pizza vans. I'm a class 5 idiot.
Ending the final mission and getting me the achievement. Let's go, Homer's Day. Finish all missions from level 1. So now we're finally on to level 2, where we get a whole new area and also a whole new character to play as. Bart. And when I took a look through the achievement list, I seen a really easy one for car surfing for 5 seconds. So right off the bat, I decided to go for that. There we go, car surfing. Then I did the first mission where we just have to get away from Principal Skinner in time since Bart is skipping school. And then since I already showed how to get all of the collectibles, I won't show them for every single level, especially since they aren't difficult to get until later. But next I got all 5 of those achievements. Poor cat. See you later. Bart on the road. Then went on to complete the rest of the story missions. And for the next one, Bart is looking to buy a copy of Bone Storm 2. So he asks Comic Book Guy if he has one, and we end up having to race the nerd to the Java server, where he finally gives us the info that Professor Frink bought up every copy there is. So then we have to go find him and ask him for a copy, and he says we have to help him first, and he'll also let us see his Truckosaurus. He needs us to get a World War II radio for him, and we end up finding out that Snake has one. So we go find him just chilling out in the middle of the highway for some reason, and he says he'll give us one if we win the race against him.
You fucking want one?
Which I totally didn't blow myself up in the first time. Oh my But once we win, we get the radio. Then we also have to collect a couple more things, such as a satellite dish from Cletus, where there's multiple different time sections, like this one for collecting 14 roadkill for him to eat, which you'll need to remember for a bit later. Then we also have to help out Dr. Nick.
Hi, everybody!
He lost 30 of his monkeys from the Screaming Monkey Research Medical Center, and he needs help to get them all back. So then I head into this time mission where I have to grab all of them from around the whole map, and once I get back, he gives us the blender. Then we go back to Frank with everything finally, but he says we still have to do one more thing. We have to destroy a bunch of cars with cell phone users so they don't mess with the waves of the Truckosaurus. So after having to destroy 5 cars in a row, which is really annoying, but even worse later because there's this brutal achievement here I have to come back for that I didn't notice yet, but for now, once I beat it, we finally get to go see the Truckosaurus. Bart goes downtown, all missions from level 2 done.
Wow, Truckosaurus is some kind of truck/dinosaur. I never would have guessed. Uh-oh. Yes! Everybody do the Bartman!
But just as he thought he got away, he gets abducted by the aliens. Now now for level 3, which is probably my favorite part of the map. It just looks so nice. I mean, except for those damn docks. Screw that place. Always hitting getting the cops after me. But anyways, for this one we get to play as Lisa, and we're looking for Bart since, you know, he got abducted and stuff. So she asks comic book guy if he knows where Bart is.
I need to find my stupid brother.
But of course he says we need to help him first. So we get into yet another race with his arch nemesis, the nerd again. But once we beat him, we get comic book guy's comic, and he gives us this information.
I think I saw him at the Noiseland arcade.
Then since you can get costumes in his shop, I quickly bought all 3 for the achievement. Summer of 4'2". And next up was mission 2, where he asks Milhouse for help. And he just keeps leading Lisa to different spots so he can try and flirt with her and ask her out, of course. And there is this funny achievement here that I didn't find out about until way later, but I might as well show it now. I didn't even... That's what I was trying to get. So next I started grabbing all the collectibles and exploring all the cool parts of this map, like the observatory, where you even get to look through the telescope.
6 hours, 19 minutes right ascension, 14 degrees, 58 minutes declination. No sighting. Did you get that one, Bart?
Hell no.
Good.
But the first collectibles I ended up getting completed was the collector cards. Soy pop. Then I quickly completed the next 2 levels, where I had to help Apu hit Cletus' truck and collect all of the roadkill that is going to be made into Krusty Burgers, which I think we helped him get those earlier. But once that one's done, Frink gives us this helpful information.
Well, let's see now. Bart helped me build a monster and then disappeared in a bright light.
Then when we get outside, Grandpa also gives us this clue.
Bart's lucky red hat fell out of that black car.
So we chased down the car to blow it up, and well...
It's empty.
So now before I finished the last missions, I went to get the rest of the collectibles. And the only one I had trouble with was the damn wasps. I spent 20 minutes looking in all the wrong spots since I thought I already had gotten this last one. There's no way. I thought I already had this one. I've been looking for 20 minutes. Oh man. Wasp Killer 3. Oh, and that race against Marge was pretty damn annoying. It probably took me 10 tries because damn, she drives fast as shit. I got those last 2 achievements, then went for the last levels. And one of them is the horrible fish collecting one that has a dreadful trophy I have to get later, so we'll come back to that. But for the very last one, we finally get told where Bart is.
Boarded that ship.
Can you take me there?
Nah, I hate the sea.
But when we get there, all he can do is blabber.
Yeah, sedans, but
He doesn't even remember his catchphrase.
kiss my grits.
But we do get this. Harbor Hustle, all missions from level 3. So now we're on level 4, where we get to play as Marge. But sadly, no more new maps. It's just the same 3 maps over again for the next few. Except it's just nighttime instead. But Bart's still incoherently mumbling, so obviously that makes Marge concerned. So she decides to head over to the police station and ask if they'll show her to the crop circles. But obviously we have to do something in return. So we go and get every cop's favorite thing. Donuts. And the second we bring them back to him, he instantly tells us everything we need to know. But after that, I decided to go get all the collectibles, since everything is basically in the same place as the first time we were here, with only a few odd exceptions. But here's those 5 achievements. Now back to the story. The info Chief Wiggum gave us was to talk to Cletus, which for some reason doesn't know who Marge is. Until we help him, that is. We have to help him stock up for winter by collecting used, almost empty ketchup packets. I mean, come on. But then the only information he has is to tell us to get to the graveyard. But at least that's where we get the next achievement. I had to grab the hidden vehicle from this map, and then meet up with Hans Mole Man, where he tells us to get to Grandpa before the cops do, so we just have to quickly race Wiggum over to the retirement castle where we get this. First try. It is, quad bike. Then after getting Grandpa's pills back from Nelson, who somehow stole them,
Check it out, man.
now we finally get to find out about those damn crop circles.
For the last freaking time, tell me about the crop circles.
There I was surrounded by first time I rode in a water car. Okay. It was so long ago that I'll have to describe it in sepia tone. Well, as I recall, it was sort of a cosmic kind of thing, shaped kind of like a planet with an old-fashioned radio antenna coming off it.
A planet with an antenna? That sounds awfully familiar.
So now that Marge knows that Buzz Cola has something to do with it, we head back to Bart and show him the logo, which actually brings him back to normal, and he tells us this.
That's the alien mind control cola. They gave us tons of that up in the alien spaceship. They're using it to make the town go crazy.
So then only one more quick mission is Marge, where we go around collecting some cola, then we head for the last mission, where there's another challenge achievement. We have to use this duff truck for the whole mission, which involves blowing up multiple of these super strong Buzz Cola trucks all around the map, all within a certain time limit too. But I mean, since I am driving a huge ass truck, it wasn't too hard. Yes, said it. Until after I got them. All of a sudden on my way back, Wiggum comes out of nowhere chasing us. But thanks to my impeccable driving skills and shortcut maneuvers, I got away in like 10 seconds. Yes! Giving me an easy drive back to the achievement. Yes! It is the end. Did I get it? Yes! I got both achievements. Finish all level 4 missions and finish that mission with the duff truck. Let's go. And that sends us straight into level 5, where we get my favorite character to play as.
I'm a lean, mean, Vindaloo machine.
And man, I don't know why they had to get rid of him from the show. I mean, not like I'm watching the new episodes anyways. But before I started this level, I wanted to grab a couple of those challenge achievements I didn't see. The first one is also on the first level. I have to use the rocket car to beat the last level where you race Smithers to Burns. But with my experience using it earlier, I got there flawlessly on the first try. Not even a scratch. Let's go, 1970 Blue Fame. Then for the one at the end of Bart's level I was talking about earlier, where you have to blow up 5 cars in a row. But the trend here is using the secret car in each level to do the missions. And well, this one is this terrible monorail car. I mean, it is just absolutely horrible. So slow, and on top of that, it barely has any health. So the whole time I was going out of my way to grab health to make sure I didn't blow up. But as long as I flanked the cars and hit them head on, it wasn't too bad. And that was another one down. Bird versus the monorail. Then only one more quick one left on Lisa's level. But the secret car here is the rocket boat, which is actually pretty damn good, so I finished that one up first try. Night boat, the crime-solving boat. Then headed back to start level 5. And of course, right away I got the collectible achievements out of the way. Except the vehicles one, that one took me a bit longer. I kind of failed the wager race once, or maybe twice, but that made it so I had to go drive through the first level over and over, collecting as many coins as I could from all the glass panes, and also blowing up a few cars, just to be able to have enough money to buy this very last vehicle. El Carro Loco. But the first mission is just a quick one where we tail this cola truck and it brings us to the Legitimate Businessman's Social Club.
Hello, stereotypical Italians.
We don't know nothing. You shouldn't stick your nose in other people's business. It could come back to haunt you and your family.
Oh my gosh, your thinly veiled threat has reminded me of my fatherly duties. I'm supposed to pick up the octuplets at the doctor's.
So like Apu said, we have to pick up his octuplets, but with one stipulation. Like the past achievements, for this one I have to use the secret car. And here we've got a monster truck, which drives exactly how you'd think. It can go over absolutely anything, but can't turn for shit. So once I get to the hospital, I get my achievement. Oh wait, I did it. I did it. Oh, I did it. Holy crap, I didn't think I was gonna get it. Monster truck. Let's go. Now the next few missions don't really have anything to do story-wise. We just kind of get bounced around from place to place doing different missions. Well, up until these last ones where Snake finally tells us that the cola vans are registered to the museum. So that's where the cola must be getting made. So Apu asks Bart for his help since, well,
My car is out of gas.
Just fill it up at the Quickie Mart.
At those prices? No way.
and since we're forced to use this sick convertible, there's no special achievement here. But we have to chase down the curator and destroy his car. And no, it didn't take me 3 different tries. Once there, we get this achievement. And there we go, that's the end. Incriminating caffeine. And also this cutscene, which is super long, so I'll kind of break it down. At first, Apu and Bart find some of that Buzz Cola dripping from this meteor onto the dinosaur skeleton, which ends up bringing it alive, just like it's night at the museum. But then out of sheer luck, they trip over this and blow it up, which is where they then go on to find these guys. Kang and Kodos.
We film these idiotic bipeds with hidden cameras and beam it into every television in the galaxy.
I'm going to introduce the evil cola into the water supply. People will go mad.
I like it.
Then we distribute laser guns at the Squidport tourist area.
I like it.
The cola-maddened humans will go berserk,
I like it.
destroying themselves and their town.
I like it.
So now that we know the Buzz Cola is the reason for all of this, we have to stop it and the aliens. So back to the harbor area we go for level 6. And sadly, Apu was the last new character. But we are playing as Bart again, so that's cool. And by now you should know how the collectibles go. Right off the bat, I got the gags. Then I got all the cards. Radioactive Man #1. And made sure to beat up every single wasp. Wasp Killer 6. But now is where money starts to be a problem. Even with getting every coin available, I would still end up being short later to buy everything. So the way around that is to stop off here in this room and make sure to only kick each crate twice. That way it doesn't permanently break. And then we can just respawn and head back there over and over and over again, collecting all the coins. Which, like I said, is completely necessary to actually be able to buy everything in this game. Otherwise you're stuck with doing horrible methods. Like the one I did earlier, driving through windows for a few coins each. But with all my new coins, now I can finally afford the rest of the costumes for this achievement. And Bartman number 1. Now the wager race here was pretty brutal. I don't even know how many tries it took me. Even after beating the other races and getting the fastest car I could get, it still drained all my coins from failing so many times. But eventually I ended up getting this absolutely crazy time. Oh, I got it. Right on the dot. That's insanity. But then I went on and got more coins and bought the last 2 vehicles I needed. Chase Sedan. 36 Stutz Bearcat. And now for the missions. And for the first one, we need to get a ride to the Krusty Studios with Otto. But on the way, we have to pick up all the school kids with us. And that brings us to another challenge mission. Like some of the last is for using the special car here, which is hidden in this really weird spot for some reason. But I just had to win a race with it. And it's just an average car. Not horrible, not great, but just good enough to get the mission done first try. Oh, there's the line. Yes, mission complete. Achievement? Yes, unfunny pink car. Then Bart's looking to tell someone about the alien invasion that will help him, which ends up bringing us to Professor Frink, where they have this conversation.
It's an alien conspiracy.
Aliens? Well, that would explain these strange transmissions from my plutonium CB radio. It says they're hiding the lasers in the duff trucks.
So for this mission, I have to use the Buzz Cola truck, which would have been all fine if it wasn't for this first 40-second drive at the start. This thing is way too slow to get there that fast, and took a lot of runs in practice, and I mean a lot. I was getting so mad. It probably ended up taking me over 20 tries or something like that. It was absolutely brutal. But here's my final reaction to finishing that part. Come on, is this it? Yes! Yes, that was over like 20 tries. Oh my god. Finally. And that's not even the end though. I still had to hit the truck to collect the boxes and then make it all the way to this blimp to collect the last ray gun. Which I'm so lucky I got first try. There's no way I wanted to do that first drive again. Yes, it is the end. Oh my god. Achievement horrible. Cola challenge. That was horrible. But now we have this mission where Bart tries to warn Skinner about the aliens, but all he has to say is this.
All we've got to do, young man, is get that illicit goo gaw out of your hands.
Then he takes off with the ray gun, leaving us with only one choice. And that's to grab the Plow King, chase him down, and destroy him. And that gets us the next achievement, which I ended up getting in this funny mishap. Oh, let's go. Is that it? Is it done? Let's go, Plow King challenge. But after getting the laser gun back, we end up having to go around destroying a bunch of free laser gun stands that Krusty decided to put out despite being warned earlier. But that brings us to the last mission. And with no one else to turn to, Bart tells Homer everything.
The aliens have taken over the Duff Brewery and they're using it to store laser guns.
Remember when I told you I sold my old car so you could go to college?
Yeah?
It was a lie.
And now since we got a new car, we have to get into a race, of course. Just a fairly quick and easy race. I mean, despite me taking this wrong turn at the last second and losing. No, could've won that first try. But second time around, I got it down. And it got me this achievement. Milking the pigs, that's it? That was the last mission? And we also get this crazy next cutscene.
The lasers were only the beginning.
Even now, our all-purpose evil cola is spreading underground through your water supply. It will wake the dead. Zombies will rise from the grave and devour the living.
And our ratings will rise to levels unseen since the heyday of Evening Shade.
So now, finally, we're on the very last level, level 7, and we're back to the very first area, and we got our nice new car in the driveway, and also even playing as Homer again. But this time, the whole map is Halloween themed. We got coffin cars driving around, ghost boats rowing the streets, even witches on brooms floating around, and every single person is now a zombie because of the cola. But right off the bat, I decided to complete the first mission, since it gives me another achievement. Lisa's scared of the zombies and wants Homer to stock up on supplies, and fittingly, we have to use the armored truck to do so. But besides falling in the lake one time, it was an easy mission to do. Checking this next achievement off the list. Mission complete! Damn, that wasn't too bad actually. Armored challenge. Now on to the final collectibles of the game. And first up, we got the last card here, hidden behind these nice funny trapdoors. There's his last card. No! Oh, okay. Yes! Soul Donut. Last card in the game. And we'll be using all these cards to unlock the very last achievement at the end of the video. But after that, we get the gags and the costumes, both in the Quickie Mart. Treehouse of Horror. And Donut Homer. Treehouse of Horror 4. And then finally the very last wasp in the game, which just did not want to die for some reason. Come here. Come here. Couldn't run away from me. There we go. Wasp Killer 7. Then it was back to the good old coin farm trick, up until I could afford the zombie car. So that way I could do the final wager race. And using this zombie car made the race a piece of cake, and I zipped through first try for this. Oh, I did it! I did it! I did it first try, wager racing. Let's go! That's awesome. This zombie car is so hard to drive. But then once again I was back to coin mining for the crazy expensive vehicles in this level. But the races, just like the wager race, were all super easy since I had all the best cars now. And then finally, that left me with the final bonus mission for helping Smithers grab all this random crap for Burns, which was all within like 40 feet of him, so I don't know why he needed me to grab it. But anyways, here's that achievement. Yes, bonus mission complete. That's every vehicle in the game. Hearse. Now we only have a few missions left to end the game. And for starters, we have to find out why there's a UFO flying over the school. So we go and ask Comic Book Guy about it.
What's going on?
The alien craft is using some sort of tractor beam to suck up trespassers to their doom. Worst effects ever.
But that's real.
Worst effects ever.
What's with the cool black car?
My knowledge of sci-fi movies is correct, which it is. The black car is an advanced probe for the mother ship.
So for this one, we have to use the zombie car to tail the alien car, which ends up going to the nuclear plant, where we also find Professor Frink already here. And he says he's figured out the alien's weakness.
I'm glad you're here, my morbidly obese ally. It's nuclear waste.
Are you still here?
And this is our first introduction to what's going to be the hardest last 3 missions. We have to drive Frink's car from the nuclear plant all the way to the school on the other side of the map, and within a certain time limit as well. But since this is the first time doing it, we have plenty of time. And once we get there, we launch Frink and the waste into the ship. Frink! Now one more quick mission before the last trio, and it's also another secret car challenge to get an achievement, with this one being this tiny little RC car. And if you look very closely, you'll see a tiny little Homer in the seat. But since we need more waste to destroy the alien ship, that's what Homer's looking for. So we go to ask Burns over at the nuclear plant. And also on the way, we have to run away from the alien car. And I had to restart this mission multiple times because this little car has the most delayed turning ever, and I just could not get it down. But once I get there on time, I get this. Mission complete. Give me the achievement. Radio controlled. That thing sucks. And also we get to talk to Burns, and he gives us a map of where all the nuclear waste he's buried around town is. Of course he has that. Which brings us into Alien Autopsy Part 1. And for all 3, we have to do the same thing, just progressively harder than the last. And this time we have to pick up the waste barrel and drive it all the way to the UFO. But if you bump into something, the waste barrel explodes, making you drive all the way back to pick it up again, until you can bring it to the UFO. With part 2 starting all the way on the other side of the map, and not only having a time limit to get there, but also a part where you have to outrun the alien car on the way. Then again, once you pick up the waste, you can't bump into anything or you lose it. And that's nothing like what has to be done for the 3rd. But here's my reaction to completing part 2.
Whoa, that was gnarly, dude.
Yes, sir. Number 2 done. Mission complete. Snake just fell through the ground. So now for number 3, and also the very last level to close out the game. We have an absolutely brutal achievement here. On top of the mission already being harder in general by giving us a whole 30 seconds less than last time. Also, I swear that bumping into things has a lot less lenience, but I don't know. And the worst of all for this achievement is I have to use the drunk mode cheat for the whole level. And here's the difference of me putting it on. Oh man, that's so brutal. And it just ends up being worse when driving. I mean, just watch my reaction here first trying this out. Holy crap. Oh, what? You can't even see the cars. You can barely see the trees. Oh my god. I have to race this guy? What the f is going on? Oh, good thing I remember the map at least. Now I had basically remembered the whole map and all the shortcuts, so I was able to always beat the first part easy. It's just the damn waste barrel that's the problem. Having 30 seconds less than the other time is a big deal, especially when you can't see anything, and the slightest bump knocks off the barrel all the time. And if you're too far away from it to get back, then you just fail and have to start from the beginning again. But I can't stress enough how painful this was on my eyes. But after staring at it without blinking for half an hour, I eventually got every single shortcut perfectly, and somehow didn't lose my barrels in this crash, which had me stunned. But then I made it all the way to the school perfectly. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. As long as the cops stay away from me. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh my god. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Oh my god, that was so close. I would have had a heart attack. I did it. Oh my god. Game over. Mission complete. Come on. Let's go. Oh, all missions in level 7 and I can't see anything. That achievement was brutal, man. I've never had the displeasure of doing something so brutal. That was... I need to go see my eye doctor now, man. Damn.
Eat nuclear death, you effeminate wriggling spacewads! Imagine that, scared of some harmless nuclear waste. So very harmless. Oh, cut your fingernails!
That fortune teller was right. I do end up dying in a spaceship crash.
Did that really happen? I thought it was a bad dream after eating too many raw hot dogs.
No, homie. You're the town hero.
Sweet. And the ninja babysitters? Was that real or a hot dog dream?
Hot dog dream.
At least our show was a success.
Why did we go to Earth Heaven when we died?
At least we don't have to sit through the stupid video game credits. No!
So now we have 100% on the whole story mode, but we need to get 100% in achievements still. And there's only a couple more challenges I missed and a few of the bonus tracks that we unlocked along the way. And starting with the worst of all is this stupid fire truck mission that took me a full hour to do. Hardest thing in the whole game. Even worse than the last one. You have to pick up 22 fish within a minute 55 in this fire truck. And I spent the first half hour trying my hardest, not even getting close every single time. 17, that's all I get. But eventually I got fed up and searched it up and found out that I have to make my fire truck start at the perfect spot and then make sure to respawn at this certain spot at the lighthouse. And then not slow down or hit anything along the whole way, which was just another half hour of brutal unnecessary pain. But here's how I finally got super lucky at the end and got it. Oh my god, I did it! I actually got it! I didn't expect to get it! Holy crap, fire truck challenge, whoever made that is a menace, bro. What the heck? Holy crap, I got it! I didn't think I was gonna get it, that was so lucky. Oh my god. Then after that, I only had one more super quick challenge I also missed, for using the donut truck to collect donuts out of this other donut truck. That gets me this. Give me that achievement. Last one, I think. Donut challenge, yes. Now we just had a series of bonus races you find from the main menu to complete, but you also have to unlock the cards from each level to get them. But there's just 7 of these top-down races to finish, which took me a minute to get used to, but I beat the first 2 easy. Oh no, I did it. Daytime suburb super sprint. Daytime downtown super sprint. Then the third one I had so much trouble with because of this damn jump, it ended up taking me a few times. Daytime Squidport Super Sprint. But then right away when I got into the next one, I accidentally pushed the wrong button and went into first person, which would have been so much nicer to know earlier. No way, I can change it. Oh, but now with that knowledge, I zoomed through those last 4 achievements. There we go, even got first try on the very last one, let's go. And that leaves only one very last achievement left, to buy the ticket to the secret Itchy and Scratchy movie. There we go, mastered Simpsons Hit Run, 500-yard gash. Let's go. So that's every achievement in the Simpsons Hit and Run, one of my most favorite games ever. But I also have another video right here where I got every achievement in the Simpsons game. And hey, if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. But thank you so much for watching and have a great day.